Welcome back to Right Answers Mostly Pop Culture Edition. I am your host, Tess Bellomo.
And I am Claire Donald.
She's back. She's back, baby.
The Rammies don't know, but I am really battling something. It's not the flu. I just got tested today, but it's something.
It's something that I think everyone across the country is having right now. And God, it just nothing is worse.
No, I know. So I kind of feel like I don't know where I am right now. I'm definitely sweating, but we're going to get through this episode. Sometimes this is our best work. We've recorded multiple episodes where Tess has been under the weather, so I can push through if Tess can push through.
We're going to get right into talking about the newest British Vogue article called "Is Having a Boyfriend Embarrassing Now?" It's sweeping the world.
No, it is sweeping the world. I can't remember the last time an article had like such a moment like this.
Same. It's because it's good journalism because it's a shocking title. You're immediately like, wait, and then you're like, wait a second, is it embarrassing? Like, it made me think all of the things. I was kind of like back and forth with what she was saying the whole time, which,
Same.
you know, is a great journalist. Her name is Chante Jones.
Yes. Well, I will say also the title, whether you are single or whether you're in a relationship, I feel like it made you have a knee-jerk reaction. Like if you're single, the single girlies, I'm sure, were like, hell yeah, I'm not alone. And the relationship girlies were like, wait, what the fuck?
Okay, so the article is basically saying that there has been a shift in cultural norms, a shift in women being tired and over basically seeing a lot of boyfriend content. And I thought this quote was interesting. She says, "From my conversations, one thing is certain. The script is shifting. Being partnered doesn't affirm your womanhood anymore. It is no longer considered an achievement. And if anything, it's becoming more of a flex to pronounce yourself single. As straight women, we're confronting something that every other sexuality has had to contend with, a politicalization of our identity. Heterosexuality has long been purposefully indefinable, so it is harder for those within it and outside of it to critique it. However, as the traditional gender roles begin to crumble, maybe we're forced to reevaluate our blind allegiance to heterosexuality."
I think that was the best part of the article. There were certain parts of the article that lost me a little bit.
Same.
The parts that lost me of the article is that there were people that she was interviewing saying, if I see an influencer post that she has a boyfriend, I'll immediately unfollow her.
Which is crazy to me. Like
that's taking it to, like, we've lost the plot a bit on that. And that, to me, when I hear that, I'm like, okay, some internal work needs to be done.
Yes.
But this paragraph, I think, is what we really should be talking about.
Well, because it's more about how straight people for the first time are confronted with something that we've never been confronted with before, of like, is it, you know, because all, you know, throughout history, straight people have had no limitations on marriage or how to showcase your relationship. It's very safe to put it in people's faces. And so I think that's the interesting part of the article, is like the world and country and politics is shifting. And there's some comments of being like, it feels like men are more Republican now. So that means that having a boyfriend feels Republican, which is such a grand statement that I don't agree with, but there is something there.
There's something to it. Yeah, they did quote a comment that was, why does having a boyfriend feel Republican? It is also just interesting going off all that. Like, for the first time in the world, it's like women being single, it's not a spinster anymore, where it's like women are reclaiming their power. I think because women continue to evolve, have always been evolving, and men right now are just not evolving at the same pace, if at all, with women.
I completely agree. I think there's a disappointment collectively from women about being like, you need to step up more. And this all relates to politics, and everything is political. So like, I think that's why it's interesting. But like, women are like, come on, step up. Why aren't you supporting this? Why aren't you voting like this? Why aren't you supporting me? Why aren't you posting about me and my rights and what's being taken away? And I think people are kind of like over straight men in a way that we haven't seen before, which is interesting because straight men are running this world and ruining the world.
Yeah. No, 100%. And it's also like women more than ever have financial independence. We don't need a man to get a credit card, to get a house, to get all of that. So like straight relationships now need to be for pure enjoyment and for adding to your life more than like an economic proposition now.
100%. There was another quote that was interesting because she does say, Obviously, there's no shame in falling in love, but there's also no shame in trying and failing to find it or not trying at all. And as long as we're openly rethinking and criticizing heteronormativity, having a boyfriend will remain a somewhat fragile or even contentious concept with public life. And she said this is happening among the same time when women are romanticizing single life. And so the like whole spinster thing is no longer like a threat to women.
Right. Because before it was like, if you're single, that means you failed.
Don't laugh at the spinsters. Don't laugh at the spinsters.
Young girls, don't laugh at the spinsters. Bring it all back to our Louisa May Alcott episode. We can't. It's the falling and like, there's no shame in falling in love. And I was saying in quotes, failing, also no shame in not trying to fall in love. Something that was interesting that was brought up in the article is that one woman didn't want to post her boyfriend because she would be embarrassed if they broke up down the line, and having to take pictures off and like tell people that they had broken up, saying that the relationship had failed. I also think that's a really interesting comment on where we are culturally too. I mean, obviously I went through a really big breakup last year. That was not something that really went through my mind of like, I can't not break up with this person because I have pictures posted. But I do think this seems to be a really big thing. And also, this is like not just a comment on relationships between men and women. It's like a comment of where we are with like parasocial relationships.
So true. And social media.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I think we've also learned, and we can all agree that like social media is a lie.
Yes.
I think we've finally gotten to that place where like, if you are seeing someone that is posting their partner constantly and with cute music in the background and a montage, and they set up the camera and they're making out, like something could be wrong.
Yeah. Something probably is wrong.
Something probably is wrong.
Yeah.
But like, so I get from an influence standpoint where they're like, people follow me for my relationship. Probably pretty scary when you're like, oh, fuck, things aren't going so well. And also, like, I think there's another part of the article where she's like, it's now, instead of like, you know, there's the soft launch, it's like, I'm holding someone's hand, I'm cheersing a glass with someone, you can't tell who it is. I think that's also trendy right now to do like that. It's also just like what is popular on social media to do, like a photo dump sort of thing.
Well, she did say that it was trendy not to fully show your partner, but like show hints of it. And a lot of this is what she was saying too, is there's these two podcast hosts talking about how disappointing men are and all of that, yet both of them are in relationships. And so they were saying through like social media, people like only hinting that they have a boyfriend, it's like they're playing so that they can play both sides, which I also think is an interesting thing to get into. I'm saying this in quotes, like man hating, but also being in a relationship.
Also, what's interesting, like actors have been doing this forever, where like their agents are like, don't show that you're with someone because it's not going to be good for you getting more fans.
Yes. And Tess, I had that, like, I've actually had that since I was young. When I wanted to be an actor, I was like, I had in my mind, like, when you get older, you need to be single in this industry.
I remember you saying that.
Yes. I need to unpack that in therapy, like why from such a young age. I was like,
you're like 4 and you're smoking a cigarette and you're like, hey, I need to keep him secret.
I need
to keep this man a secret.
That's desirable, you know, in the industry. But yeah, that was like a big thing too.
Yeah, I think I mean, there's so much to unpack with it.
I know.
I will say that like some of the stuff that we've talked about, I definitely like agree with what's happening. I think the problem for me with articles like this, and I do want to mention it, is that this often gets put on women and not men. Like if women are talking too much about their boyfriends, they're desperate. If women are posting their wedding, it's basic and obnoxious. But if men are talking about the women that they love and the women that they're with, he's a really good guy and he's a wife guy. And it's like green flag, green flag. And then for women, it's like, oh, so if we're in love and wanting to show that off, no matter the reasons, you're desperate and losery. And I don't like how it just always gets pinned back to women being like desperate.
Tess, we were texting about this and you brought up this point, and I think honestly, my biggest takeaway from this is the article, I think unintentionally so, it does end up pitting women against women because it's women. It does. It's not saying like, okay, so here's where we are. Men need to step up to the plate. Like, I don't feel like that was the biggest takeaway from this article.
Not at all. And that's where I was like, these articles I don't think are super they're more harmful, I think, to the issue at hand than actually like, because like, what are women supposed to do with this? Is kind of my like. I'm married. I didn't take this personally because I don't feel like I've lost identity in a relationship. I don't feel like any negatives from being married or in a relationship. But I kind of finished it and I was like, so how's that supposed to make me feel? How's that supposed to make my single girlfriends feel? Like, I don't know.
I kind of felt the same way after reading this article. Like I was scrolling and expecting there to be more, and there wasn't as much more. I think it is just like the start of a conversation piece on like where we are.
Which I do appreciate. And there's
Yeah.
so much to unpack about the social media of it all. I also think it's great that we are having a moment where women feel like they can reclaim singlehood as something very powerful
Same.
and fun and sexy. But towards the end of the article, you're kind of like, so single women are cool and women that are partnered are not cool.
That was like kind of the tone of the article, which is a bummer. And like I am sure that a lot of women in relationships were like, wait, what the fuck? Because like you don't want to make people feel like that. As like a single woman, like I'm not like you guys lose and I win because I'm single. Like I really enjoy being single. I've even had the thought like I want to find a connection with someone. I'm not ready to give up my singlehood yet. But I would never look at someone and be like, you lost because you got in a relationship. And we were actually talking with our friend about this, that like being in a relationship in this day and age, when you choose the man that's right for you, when you don't have to, is like, it is a form of feminism.
100%. And I think it's like God, because there are so many toxic relationships and
Yes.
still internalized misogyny that you end up being with someone that is not a green flag. And, that's a whole nother conversation but I do think that like women are starting to not like turn to better men, but like I'd hope so.
I think that dating probably is harder than ever for a lot of reasons, like the social media of it all, the same reasons for this article. And again, because like women don't have to be in a relationship to survive in this world anymore, and men aren't stepping up to the plate. Like I do think that women
Are pickier?
are pickier, as they should be, as like anyone should be.
Yeah, I mean, like I think we've all remembered the times in our lives, in our young adult lives, where like having a boyfriend was a status thing,
Yeah.
and like putting it on Facebook in a relationship, posting your boyfriend to Instagram when it used to be like all about the caption and the filters and like how pretty everything would look. Like that was definitely a time that's not like that anymore, which is fascinating to think about.
I never really thought about that, but it's so true. Like, especially in high school, like, God, if you had a boyfriend, like, you were a woman.
Oh, totally. And even like 2015 era, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? That you're
Yeah.
just like, I want a boyfriend and I want to post him.
Yep.
And that is when that's a whole nother story, but that's also when I was like, oh, then I will date. Like I did date below because I kind of just was like, well, it's cool in a way.
Of
Like,
course.
and I just wanted, validation and companionship for the wrong reasons and all of that. So like that's a whole nother thing. But like it is a different cultural time.
It really is. Yeah. I don't know. Dating is just so crazy in general right now. But like, I don't think that we should attack each other for being in a relationship or for being single. And I'm glad that like there is like, I think the single girlies did have like a little win, but it shouldn't be at the expense of girlies who are in relationships.
100%, because it's like, I just don't think we should ever get into, which we're always in this anyway, with something of like, it's them versus it's two groups of women against each other. And I just feel like it's doing that too. And it's all like so circumstantial too. Because there's some single people that love it. There's some single people that are like, this sucks. I actually don't want to be single. There's some married people that are like, I love it. There's some married people that's like, I should have never gotten married. So you just really cannot like jump in and just categorize. It just feels unfair a little bit.
I agree. God, it is wild though. I'm like, are there people? I mean, there are, because she was talking about even Vogue editors who posted their relationship and lost like thousands of followers.
I don't understand that. I mean, look, like
I do think the whole like I have a boyfriend being your whole identity, of course that's annoying. Like who wants that? We were talking about that with a influencer the other day. Like that's just not my vibe, but I'm not going to follow them in the first place.
totally. Then like it's kind of your choice to follow or not follow. I mean, yeah, no one wants anything that's in your face, that's over the top, that's like 24/7.
Yeah.
It's like I wouldn't, if I followed someone that was posting all the time about one thing, I'd be like, enough.
Yeah.
And I think it's triggering to women
Yes.
in
Totally.
a relationship or not in relationships sometimes to see that, because it's just triggering.
Totally. Yeah, it's just interesting. We just go to extremes anyways, though. We always do. But
We definitely go to extremes, but I think the one thing that I took away from it is just like how heteronormativity is being challenged. And I think that's always a great thing in these political times to challenge it.
it's just such a cultural shift. I am like, when are the men going to catch up?
It's just,
Because women not settling, by the way, this is like what Republicans will say, like, is adding to the male loneliness epidemic. Epidemic, that's the word.
Yes.
Which I'm just like, enough. I've had enough of you, you beast.
Why are we focusing on the male loneliness epidemic?
I'm just like, so now that women aren't like accepting bullshit, men are lonely. What?
Men's mental health should be taken seriously, because I'm sorry, but think of all school shooters.
No, literally, men's mental health, like they are not prioritizing that in their life, and it is clearly an issue. Like that's not what I'm saying at all. But the fact that it's women's fault now because women have more rights, that men are lacking rights now, is bullshit.
No, that is absolutely bullshit. There should just be room for everyone. Like, I believe that men should not, I don't want men to be lonely. I don't want women to be lonely. I don't want anyone to be lonely. But we can't just like pin it on, the fault is not of the woman's if this is happening to men. It's like, men, you guys actually have you have more rights, you have more resources, you have more privilege. Go out and do something about it. Don't make us feel shitty for being in the situation. We're tired.
Exactly, Tess. That's exactly what I wanted to say. Because women deciding to be single now, they'll be like, and now men are lonely. And it's like, women have been lonely.
Then you know what men need to do? Start going up to women at bars more.
Yeah, and go to therapy.
And go to therapy. Be more forward. Don't just sit behind your computer. Like, go out. Like, I swear. You know what I'm going to say. I mean, I saw what happened last weekend was shocking, Claire. It was shocking.
Oh, at when we were out? Yeah, I mean, it's just like.
And then the aftermath of that was all shocking.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? I could say that on here.
Okay, say it. Guys, this is wild. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so we saw a guy at the bar and he was really cute, and Tess was like, go up and talk to him. So I did. He was wearing an Arkansas sweatshirt. I ended up buying him a drink, and like, I'm totally fine with doing all of that. Like, I'm fine with making the first move. I would like men to also make the first move, but I'm cool with doing it every once in a while, or
it was
whatever.
It was hot to see.
Yeah. And then, so he ends up getting my Instagram, which I also think is so like, ugh. I would prefer someone get my number than my Instagram anytime, because I think that we learn way too much about people from their Instagram before even going on a date with someone. Like, you shouldn't know. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's also a front that everyone puts on with their Instagram.
Totally.
But I gave him my Instagram. So we're waiting. We're waiting for a little DM this weekend. I don't get a DM, but I log on. And he has added me, you guys, to his close friends list on Instagram, which is just so bizarre. And not only that, he posted 30 slides. Like, he was using it like a normal story. But me being on his close friends list, I just met him. I felt like I was trapped in a room that I wanted to get out of, that I never asked to be in.
It was so bizarre. I could not I've never heard anything like that before. Also, it'd be one thing. Sorry, I'm like really feel itchy all over my body. I was like, am I breaking out in hives?
You're breaking out in hives. I'm sweating. Everyone's like, yuck.
Like, everything. I was like, is it passion fruit? No, I'm not allergic to passion fruit. Okay. Even if you guys had like gone on a date even, which I'd also think that's a little too soon for close friends, but to not even message you. So, but he's thinking about you.
Because he had to go and add me to his close friends. And also, you can't like add from a profile. He had to go in and type my username in. Trust me, I know from adding all you premium Rammies to our
guys. We know our way around close friends. It's exhausting, but we do it for you because we love you.
We do. And I'm like, to not DM me. And listen, here's the thing. If he were to have approached me first, I would now send him a DM, but I have done the work at this point, and I don't know this man well enough to be like, if this was Jacob Elordi, I would be like, hey, I will DM you. Let's go on a date.
Well, sure. But you approached him at the bar, you got him a drink, you went over. Like, it's now the ball's in his court. So like, if he's trying to like, what's it called? Sub you or whatever? What's it called? When you're like,
oh, when they're like trying to like play it cool.
When they're trying to, like make you notice them on social without. It's like when someone posts like a story being like, "Wow, feeling really lost today."
You know what? Grow up.
You grow up.
Grow up and DM me. It's so crazy. So like this is the kind of cultural thing with dating right now that I think exhausts women.
100%. Just everything should just be 50. You know what? Like things we can go up to men and approach them. They should also be able to do the same to you.
Yeah, there was this article that came out that was like a shocking number that was like 35% of men have never asked a woman out. It might even be like 50% of men. It was like a shocking number of that, like men have never done that. And I think social media is like a big part of that, and dating apps that people are just like hiding behind screens. But it's like,
Social media is ruined. I mean, Andy Cohen was talking about that in the Call Her Daddy episode, where he was like, I think of like the height of joy in my life of dating and all of that, of being in New York in the 90s when there was like a gay bar in every block. You would run into people that you knew all the time. Everyone was out all the time. He's like, social media, it's wild what it has done to our mental health and our ability to connect with strangers.
it's so true because it is like we're all just like on our phones playing this pretend life. It sucks so bad. And I will say, like, it is fun to go out and approach someone in public. There's like a rush.
Yes, and men like, and also the men, any man that's listening that's like, well, me too has changed that. That is, you're missing the fucking point. The plot has been lost. If you are thinking, I don't know how to talk to a woman without being accused of sexual harassment.
Literally, like, I don't think that Me Too said for men never to talk to women again.
Yeah, you can go up to someone and say, "Can I buy you a drink?
Yes.
What's your name?" Those do not constitute as sexual harassment.
No, and if they say no, hey, no problem. By the way, like if you go up and ask a girl, hey, can I buy you a drink? And they say no, they're not going to be like, what a fucking loser. I can't believe he asked to buy me a drink. And if you just say, okay, thanks, have a good night, they're going to be like, great.
Also, it's mostly always a compliment. Like,
Yeah.
it's like really nice to have a stranger think that you're cute, and like no one's gonna make a fuss about that.
I know. It's so crazy. We're just in such a weird time culturally.
It is wild. It is a wild time.
But this Vogue article did make me be like, okay, I need to be reading an article a day.
Same. It was,
Yeah.
it was just like thought provoking. I thought about it, like I read it before bed, and I kept thinking, I'd wake up and think about it. Like at 3 a.m., I was like, wait, how do I feel about this? And like, why do I feel this way about it?
I mean, saying having a boyfriend is Republican, like, whoa, like things are really like, I don't even know what to say about that.
What a statement.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Women, we're just really going through it right now, and we're all trying to figure it out. But if one thing is for sure, we need to be on each other's team, you guys.
Please let us all just stop with the issue. We exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about it. It's just like, it's too much. We've been through too much.
Yeah. So comment on the Spotify episode. Let us know what your thoughts are about like this whole article. If you're in a relationship, if you're not, like, I'm really curious to start talking about this with y'all.
Same. It's just such an interesting conversation starter.
It really is.
Okay. Should we talk about, because we were just already on the Vogue subject, should we talk about Vogue World?
Yes, I'm so excited to talk about Vogue World. It feels like a fever dream. And while I'm sick for a week, how appropriate.
Did you know that this was about to happen?
Yes. Okay. And I feel like I've heard of Vogue World before. I feel like every year, if you're on like social media, that side, people are like, oh, Vogue World's coming up. And then everyone's like, but what is it? I feel
What
like
is it?
People who are even at Vogue World, they're like, what is this?
Yeah. I still don't really know.
Okay, so I actually Googled today, what is Vogue World? I'm going to read you guys what this paragraph says on Vogue. On the historical Paramount lot, Vogue World, Hollywood celebrated the ongoing dialogue between two dream factories, fashion and cinema. The event was organized in 7 chapters representing different genres of film and aesthetics. To each chapter, a world-acclaimed and award-winning costume designer was assigned, and their work for the film was displayed. Okay, I'm going to stop reading because I'm sweating now. I can't read when I'm sick.
It was too much for you. I knew it was. I was like, oh God, I should have taken it from her.
I'm like, why did I start doing that? Basically, it's like an event. It's an event. It's a fundraising event.
It is.
Yeah, but it's for costume designers, much like the Met. It's like one of those things, like, listen.
I'm sorry.
I know that costume and arts are important. I really do.
Yes, of course.
And we need them.
But
feels like so...
if maybe every other one we could give to like children that go without food. You know, a lot of other things.
No, literally, like, I know that it doesn't have to be one or the other, but it does feel crazy when, like, our country is at the state that it is, where families are literally going hungry right now because government funding has stopped that we are, like,
And they're like, no, let's still keep it to the costume.
It's always to the costume.
Guys, we respect costume designers, we respect the arts, but come on. We are all barely hanging on by a goddamn thread. This money should go elsewhere. It's crazy.
So it's 100% of ticket proceeds, as well as Vogue's proceeds from an exclusive 8-piece Vogue World. Hollywood, okay, whatever. God, a charity will go to the Entertainment Community Fund, a charity that supports actors, workers, and other creators in the film industry. There will be special focus on helping costume professionals, especially those impacted by the LA wildfires, which is so important. It's just so funny that it's like, what have these costume designers done?
No, they really, and like, look, a lot of actors are out of work right now. It's a terrible time in LA. So if this is actually going to like crew and actors and people behind this, and I'm saying actors, not like,
Julia Roberts,
like,
but like
struggling actors that are in the union that are like, I cannot catch a break. Same with crew people. I'm all for it because that sucks. Like LA is no longer the Hollywood.
No,
guys, it's like, it's not the Hollywood. What's it called?
Mecca. No, LA is dying. I mean, we'll be here forever. And like, to me, LA is always that girl, but people aren't filming in LA. People aren't working in LA.
It's a tough time. So like, I do understand that, but God, just at least maybe 10% could go somewhere else.
It's always like, but specifically to the costume designers. And I'm just like, whatever the costume designers have done to get all of the huge charities to go to them.
They have something on them. Like the costume designers know something we don't know.
Literally, and they're like, and you will give us $10 million. It's so
every year.
It's so crazy because the Met goes to the Costume Institute as well.
You know what? And there's billionaires that could just pay for this in a second just to keep the costumes. What's even like, what are they paying for to keep the costumes like, are they, what is going on? Are they cleaning the costume?
The dry cleaning bill is so expensive. So we have to put on Vogue World. I'm sure if you guys are like in this industry, you're probably like, oh my God, you don't get it.
You
but
probably
like,
hate us.
But from an outside perspective,
you guys know what we're saying. Like, even if there was like, if we lost our podcasting job and there was like a whole thing that millions of dollars went to podcasters, I'd be like, we're good, you guys. We don't need the money. You know?
And I'm like, could we get in on this?
Yeah, actually, how do we? We would like some cash.
How do we sign up? Could we profit from Vogue World?
I mean, so who are your favorite looks?
Okay, well, also, I did write down, okay, so you guys, all of that to say is that they had like models and actors and performers, and it did look like a really fun, like girly pop runway show. Like they were at the Paramount lot. They're at the Paramount lot, and they set up a bunch of chairs, and it was like a fever dream. I'm going to stop laughing and talking. I just... Gracie Abrams is also performing.
Guys, it's all Hollywood. I'm crying. Hollywood is so crazy.
And then there would be like an actor dressed up and like couture. It's couture.
It's couture.
And they would be like skipping down the runway. And then all of a sudden, like Somber would be like sauntering down the runway and Edward Scissorhands would come out of nowhere. It was a fever dream.
But God, the footage was gorgeous.
Oh, and the looks were amazing. Okay, so the categories, category 1. Yeah. Hollywood glamour. So they had costumes from The Great Gatsby, Moulin Rouge. Like it was all very much like that time.
You know, Nicole Kidman was there with what's his face, Carl, and she seemed to be in a good mood.
Oh, well, that's good. I mean, Nicole Kidman always looks like she's rolling.
She always looks, and I feel like she might be, allegedly.
God, what I love that for her.
And I hope that she is. I'm going to look at some of the outfits and everyone please do the same. Go to Vogue. Yeah, they posted.
Number 2 was the Renegades. And that was Edward Scissorhands, Alice in Wonderland. I didn't realize, I saw one of the costumes and I thought it was Willy Wonka, but it actually was the Mad Hatter.
Oh, wait, who was in that one?
I don't know. They just had random people. Oh, and they also would have like crew members, like the techies walking down the runway too.
It was beautiful yet triggering. It was all encompassing.
I think it was Gracie Abrams was like, it's so nice that we finally get to like highlight the people behind the scenes. And I love it like when the artists are always like, you know, it's for the crew and like highlight.
Like, you guys don't give a flying fuck about the crew. I'm sure you guys don't even say thank you to the crew.
Meanwhile, a PA, literally just got their ass like ripped.
No one is giving eye contact to the crew. No one. I've actually, what? I do think Gracie Abrams is a kind woman, though.
I do too. I completely agree. That's no shade to you, Gracie.
Is Kendall Jenner saying thank you to the gaffer? I don't think so.
I don't know. She doesn't know what a gaffer is.
I don't think she is. You know who I do think says thank you to everyone?
Who?
Kimberly.
Oh, Kimberly. Yes, I agree.
But I do not believe the other ones do.
I think Chris does.
Except for Chris, but none of the other girls.
Yeah. No, Kylie? Maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, I agree. So then we also had Gabriette. She was like in the Edward Scissorhands, and your favorite, Amelia Gray. Okay, I will say
she was there.
She was there. She was in the Renegades one. Huh? I will say Amelia Gray's walk was better in this than it was in Victoria's Secret, I think. Yeah. And then this was very ram-coded. They had the historical heroines. So Marie Antionette, they had like costumes like that. That's where Julia Garner was in the Marie Antoinette.
They played Don't Give a Damn About My Reputation. Okay, this was what she looked like.
No, that's not Amelia Gray. That's
not
her. No, well, okay, she was wearing something different too. Because
this is definitely Amelia Gray. It's on Vogue. It says Amelia Gray. I mean, that's her face.
That is her, but she was okay. So she must have walked twice because she was also in the Renegade one. That looks like the Great Gatsby
now I
one.
See that. Okay.
Which, oh my God, historical heroines. I think that would have been my favorite category.
That's so fun. I mean, I love how theatrical it is. I mean, you got to say.
Okay, I'll finally get through past all of them. Then we had Summer of Love. They had costumes from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. They had Reese Witherspoon's dress from June Carter from Walk the Line. Oh, so fun. It was like 60s, 70s, like music. Then they had Avant-Garde. That was with like Hunter Schafer, looked like the Jester. Then they had Afrofuturism. That was costumes from Black Panther. And then the final category was New World, which was Dune and Mad Max.
Okay, that's fun. I mean, and I did like the looks on the from the guests too.
Oh, same. And there was like so many celebrities in the crowd.
I mean, we saw the moment between Hailey Bieber and Miley Cyrus giving little kisses. Did you see that Hailey Bieber wasn't sure if she should do a second cheek kiss when they're saying goodbye?
The fact that would have to be. Did she get one?
She went for and then went back like this.
Okay, well, stars, they're just like us.
They're just like, you never know. You just never know if it's the double or just the single.
Gwyneth Paltrow was there, Benny Drama, Hilary Duff.
Hilary Duff looked so good. I loved her look.
She looked incredible. I mean, the show looked so fun. And like, people were like, going more like theatrical in their walks, and it felt like very movie like theatrical, I guess is the word. It was just amazing. It sounded like it would be so fun to go to.
Oh, and it was like at dusk, on the Paramount lot. Like I think LA even though, yes, this is all privilege and where's the money going? Who knows? But
it's going to the costume designers.
It's going to the costumes. It's going to the dry cleaning bill. But we do need more LA things like that right now because it's been a tough year. It was a tough year for LA. It went through like the worst natural disaster that we've ever been through.
Yeah.
The city still is recovering. Jobs are hard to get in entertainment. So I do appreciate that this is something that's like a moment for LA and Hollywood.
No, same. And like, we can acknowledge that it's very fluffy and superficial, but like sometimes we really just need fluffy and superficial to disassociate and go there. And,
things like, can be true.
Yes. And like what we were laughing at in the beginning, it's all in jest,
Guys, you have to laugh.
You have to laugh.
That we appreciate our costume Rammy designers and all of that. It's just like, it always just makes me laugh.
Well, it's also with these like big charities a lot of the time. I know a lot of things are donations, but it's like, can't you guys have just wrote check? You know what I mean?
Just like, what, like $100,000? How much you guys need? 200? I don't know what my favorite category is. I really loved Mauve Apatow's dress. I thought it was so like 1920s.
She was just a guest, right? Or did she walk?
She was just a guest.
Okay.
Yeah.
God, it's like, what would you even wear to this? I mean, you could wear like anything.
I think it's so fun, people that went old Hollywood. And that's the thing with Hailey Bieber.
Same.
Like, I loved her leather dress was really cool. It was like a completely open back, but I was like, I would like to see her. She's such a modern fashion girly. I would love to see her do something super vintage and cool.
I agree.
She always goes pretty modern.
Yeah. She loves like YSL, like a black classic dress, which she looks amazing in anything though. So it would be so fun to see her more vintage.
I completely agree. Speaking of Hailey Bieber, that interview that she did.
Oh, and Theo.
Yes. That interview, I'm obsessed with her.
I am loving me some Hailey right now too.
She defends trans rights. She talks about like how she's just a girl.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, fuck yeah, Hailey. You're just cool. She's cool. And she's like, I felt like she was I was like, we'd be friends with you.
No, I agree. I think all of Hollywood right now is seeing like what a big deal podcasts are. And so we're getting to see celebrities in this new light where they're just kind of hanging out instead of like a formal interview.
Agreed.
Yeah. God, what I would do we're working on a studio, you guys, because like, well, we're not really working on
If someone could give us some money, we will be working on it.
We would have a studio space.
Have you seen the Biebs? He did the live stream. He did like a live stream like in his studio, and like a lot of clips are being released from it. I don't know like when it's coming out. I've just seen him talking, a few clips of him talking about his relationship with Hailey.
Oh wait, is it when he's sitting around eating lunch or something with people? Yeah,
they're having In-N-Out.
Okay, because he was talking about how much he loves San Diego because he went to the Dijon show in San Diego, and he was like, "I've never spent time there."
Where he was holding Kendall Jenner and Hailey Bieber at the Dijon show, and I was like, "Are you guys rolling?"
I mean, what an odd show to be rolling at, but like,
maybe they're just a little high.
Yeah, and also like, I'm not gonna yuck your yums. Like, you roll on,
do whatever you need to do. But yeah, he was talking about Hailey, and he was like, she told me not to give too much information about our relationship, and like I want to respect that. He was like, but he's like, I can be a really hard and unfair partner, and she like sticks with me through thick and thin. And he was like, God is always like teaching me about how to like be a little bit more fair, but he's like, I can be horrible. And I was like, oof, it makes me uncomfortable when he says that.
He says that so much, Tess. It like drives me crazy. I'm like, then stop.
You're like, then fucking work on it. Like, I don't know. And sometimes I'm like, Hailey, you know, she's been there for him through so much. She's been married to him and with him since she was like a child, essentially, since a teenager. And I'm just like, are you good with it? Like, she says she is, but sometimes I'm just, I do worry for her in this relationship.
I know. I mean, I do root for him. I want him to be well. Like, I think he's so talented. I think that he's been handed really hard things in his life that like no one should have to deal with, things that I don't even think we understand. But there does come a point where you have to choose to get help. And I just like hope, I don't know this man at all. I hope he is. And I just like hope that people aren't suffering because of that. You know what I mean?
I agree. And like, I wish the best for their relationship. I just sometimes I'm like, God, when you've been with someone for so long.
Well, they have a
like,
kid together. I forget that they have a baby.
The baby Jack, very private.
Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine having a baby.
He's in his new music video, the baby, but just the back of him and just like him like being dunked in the water because they went to.
I was going to say, it's just like the Vogue article where people are like not showing their boyfriends. They're not showing their babies either.
It's just trending right now. But you know who shot that music video?
Who?
Camila Marone's new boyfriend.
Oh, really?
And the four of them were on a yacht all day and they shot the music video.
What a life. You know what? Young Hollywood is just like popping off right now. And I am sad to not be invited to the party, I got to say.
I am as well. I feel like Camila Morone and her new boyfriend are so hot together.
Yeah, I mean,
they're not new. They've been together, I think, over a year.
He's a director.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone's just living their best life out and about.
Good for them.
Because did you see the I Love LA premiere too? Rachel Sennett's new show on HBO.
It airs on Sunday.
Yeah, they just had the premiere and like everyone was there.
I know. What is that show going to be, you think?
I think it's about a struggling actor trying to make it in LA.
I don't know if I want to hear that story anymore.
I just like...
Sorry. I'm too bitter and tired.
I've lived that story. You know what I mean? I do think it could make people angry. I don't know what the show is at all. Like, I think that's what it's about. I could be wrong. I could see it making a lot of actors angry coming from a place of jealousy, just because it's like, yeah, but you did make it. You know what I mean? Like, because I think she wrote it, directed it, created it, all of that. She stars in it. So I think a lot of people are going to be like, okay, but you did make it.
feel jealous.
I feel jealous too. I feel so jealous.
It's good just to say it.
I know. I think we need to normalize jealousy. Like, it's such a normal emotion, and the more we identify it, the like less reactive we can be to jealousy, you know, because you're like, oh, she didn't do anything to me, I'm just jealous.
Who was, oh no, that was about being embarrassed. I was like, who's the one that said, I thought it was jealousy was an underexplored emotion, but that was
Austin Butler.
Oh, right.
About embarrassment. But I do think jealousy is an underexplored emotion too, because I think we feel shame around jealousy.
Because it feels so like icky and dirty, where in reality it's truly like a very vulnerable, like authentic feeling of like usually just coming from something within yourself, being like, I want that. And I feel like I can't get that.
Of course. And then I think it's good so they can be like, oh, I'm not actually mad at them. They didn't do anything to me. It's not about me at all, actually, you know?
Exactly.
I know, but God, I am jealous.
I'm jealous too. And you know what? It just is what it is at this point.
I know. Did you see that TikTok? People were like, be prepared to hate Rachel Sennett, because this is exactly what happens with every woman who creates a show and who creates female-centric characters that people think they're unlikable, and then they in turn end up hating them. So it's like Girls, Insecure, Sex and the City.
Which is not fair at all. And it's amazing for female creators and writers to be able to get shows. Like we need to support that.
Yeah, definitely.
It's crazy. It's like, guys, let's just move. Let's grow up.
Yeah.
Let's all grow up.
So it's on Sunday.
It's on Sunday. I'll be watching.
Yeah, me too. I actually think Rami Horace is in that show.
Oh my God, is he?
I think so, which is huge.
That's amazing.
I know.
Wow. Look at our little Rami community.
I know, they're stars. Oh, just like, I guess real quick, I don't really have that much to say, but apparently Sophie Turner and Chris Martin are dating.
Yeah, we just have to address it.
I just saw that you put that. I was like, what's the age gap there? It was 19 years. Shocking.
Okay. He needs to stop.
What is the age difference between Dakota Johnson and him? It must be at least like 12.
I think 15 maybe.
Yeah, 15. I could see that.
It's just like, God, it's so predictable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. 13. Year
13.
age gap.
Yeah. That's still big.
It's just big. It's like, and Hollywood always normalizes it. And it's like, it can be shocking. It's weird.
19 is actually shocking. And then I saw articles being like, Sophie Turner has to pass this test. And I guess it's like Gwyneth Paltrow's approval or something like that. I'm just like, ugh.
Oh my God. I mean, look, I wish Sophie Turner well. I think like the divorce was bad, right? With her and Joe Jonas. Did he do something fucked up to her?
Yeah, it was something like, I think she was talking shit on the Nest Cam or something, and he was watching, and then that's like how he started the divorce or something like that.
Yeah, he was almost like a gotcha sort of moment.
Well, that goes against Dorinda Medley, really, of say it, forget it, write it, regret it, unless there's a Nest Cam involved.
Unless there's a Nest Cam. Be careful with those Nest Cams, you guys. I was on his TikTok the other day because I was like, because someone was like, I love how much Joe Jonas like loves himself on TikTok. His TikTok is pretty cringy. I truly believe that he is one of those men that it just depends on the time of day that you see him, that he either, to me personally, is a gorgeous human or hideous.
Time of day, ovulation cycle, like all of the above.
Because I'm usually like, and then I was looking at him the other night and I was like, he's beautiful. I was like, his like dark hair and he looks like this Hollywood star. So I think it really just depends on the time of day.
I think he's a hot man. I've always thought he was a hot man, but I've never been a Jonas Brothers girly.
I was in high school.
Oh, you were? That's like kind of shocking to me.
Oh, we Donna, Molly, and I saw them in concert. We used to watch Camp Rock and like probably hump photos of them.
Which Jonas brother were you? Frankie?
No, I was Nick.
Oh, okay, you were a Nick girly.
Mm-hmm.
Diabetes King.
Diabetes King. Yeah, saying a lot about diabetes at his show. I just remember being like, wow, like there is so much talk about diabetes. Like, but I also liked Joe. Like, I really liked all of them except for Kevin.
Yeah, well, and that is his fate, the fate of Ophelia. It's sad.
Is anybody a Kevin girly? I mean, let us know.
Danielle, his wife, is.
That's true. And they seem to have a beautiful relationship.
They really do. Yeah, they were always too, like, you know me. I was like into Johnny Knoxville. I wasn't into the Jonas Brothers, which is completely different worlds. But like, I liked the men and the bad boys.
I get it, but I also like Zac Efron and the Jonas Brothers. Like,
I like Zac Efron. That's true.
I went through my phases.
That's true. Are Joe and what's her name?
Oh, Kevin and Priyanka, or not Kevin?
Joe and
Nick.
Nick. Oh my God. I'm so
I know.
sorry, Rammies.
You're good. You've done such a good job. We've been going for 50 minutes and look at her go.
On the brim of freaking out. Yeah. Are they still together?
They sure are.
Never forget, you know, when I think of Nick Jonas, I think of pepperoni nipples.
I do as well.
And that's a real fucking legacy.
That is a legacy.
If you guys don't know, there's like for the longest time on the internet, like there were these pictures of Nick Jonas and they were like doctored Photoshop pictures, but that he had the largest pepperoni nipples.
Crazy nipples.
And it's like, that must have been an ex-girlfriend. That's what I would want to do to my ex if they wronged me and have the whole internet think that they have pepperoni nipples.
I mean, we have a list.
Yeah, we have a list.
You guys know.
So watch yourself.
Try to stay off of it, okay? Try to stay off of it.
Oh my God.
It's longer each year, doesn't it? But it's still short.
Does.
So, you know, keep it classy.
Is there any other things that you want to talk about? Honorable mention for Rosalia's new song. I'm obsessed with it.
It's so good. It was so shocking.
It's shocking. It's the title of it is in German. I am not even going to try to say it, you guys, but go listen because she sings opera in German.
Amazing. So cool. Is she still with Jeremy Allen White is my question.
That's also my question because this song is really intense. The translation in English from German is like, his pain is my pain, his blood is my blood. And it like talks, the song is about like heartbreak though.
Heartbreak feels good in a place like this.
Well, apparently.
Damn.
With German opera. The music video is also stunning. She is just so talented. Apparently she sings in like 13 different languages on this upcoming album.
Damn.
Yeah. But I'm excited for this album because that song is incredible.
We love it. We need it.
Her chicken shop date is so funny too.
Oh, I need to watch.
Rammies, we'll manifest that. Getting us on chicken shop date would be incredible.
Put on the list, Rammies. You guys have so much work to do after this episode. You have to get us to Vogue World next year, get us on Chicken Shop Date. Like, what else?
It's all on your backs, okay?
It's all on your backs at this point, but we appreciate you guys.
But we know you can do it.
Oh, well, Claire, that was fun.
That was fun. Yeah, you have anything else?
No.
I just want to give an honorable shout out that since I've been sick all week, I've really been disassociating and I am flying through my Succession rewatch.
I am so glad you have it. You need something. When I was sick, I had Summer I Turned Pretty, and I don't think I would have been able to get through it without that.
Yeah, no, I'm going to New York every day. I am with the Waystar, like Roy Co. I'm obsessed. Succession's even better the second time around.
Oh, I'm so glad you have it.
Me too. I love it. That's it for me.
I love that. You guys, please follow us on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube at Our Answers Mostly. Subscribe, leave a comment, tell us how much you love us.
Yes.
We need it. You know, it's just been a little tough time.
We just want to keep growing with you guys. So please share Ram with your friends. Like, we just need a little oomph.
We need a little oomph. We'll be back on Monday with a historical episode for our History Mondays. And if you're interested in our premium subscription, that's 3 bonus episodes a month. For $7.99, you get added to our close friends. You get to hear about all of our life and more gossip and more things we can't say publicly, which is always fun.
Yes, it really is.
So please join that too.
And we will see you on Monday. Oh, happy Halloween, by the way, if you're listening on Friday.
Happy Halloween. Tag us in your Ram photos. If you're dressed up as something from a Ram subject, you might win some free merch.
That's right. Love it.
Love you guys.
Goodbye.